After the age of 60, if men lack these three vitamins, they will not only feel tired but also gradually lose their masculinity. I have witnessed hundreds of my patients walk into my clinic with dull eyes, heavy shoulders, and spirits so drained that they just wanted to lie down all day. But after just a few weeks of taking these three vitamins every morning, they returned with a completely different appearance: brighter eyes, a more powerful voice, brisk steps, and especially a confident smile that had long disappeared. I am a doctor with over 25 years of treating elderly men. Every day, I see at least 5 to 7 patients complaining about constant fatigue, lack of focus, poor memory, and even reduced libido. And the saddest part is that most of them think it's simply due to aging and cannot be changed. But the truth is the complete opposite. I had a patient named John, 68 years old, who used to be a physical education teacher, and just a few years ago still went hiking with friends every weekend. Yet when he came to see me, he was gasping for breath after just a few steps. His voice was weak, and he even admitted that he no longer cared about being intimate with his wife. Instead of immediately prescribing a bunch of supplements or high-dose testosterone, I asked John to do one simple thing: take the right 3 essential vitamins every day. After only 3 weeks, John returned to my clinic with his face glowing and eyes filled with joy. He told me, "Doctor, you know what? I feel like I'm 10 years younger. I wake up easily in the morning, stretching no longer makes me feel exhausted. And best of all, my wife and I had a wonderful night together after nearly 6 months. I'm truly grateful to you." John's story is not a miracle. It is nutritional science. After 60, a man's body can no longer absorb vitamins as it used to. Even if you eat enough vegetables, fish, and meat, the absorption rate of vitamins still decreases by 30 to 40%, leading to deficiencies that quickly manifest as fatigue, dizziness, low blood pressure, loss of libido, and even risk of dementia. But if you just supplement correctly, sufficiently, and consistently with these three vitamins, everything will change. You will feel your body full of energy, your mind clearer, your reflexes quicker, and especially your masculine ability will be restored, giving you more confidence in every moment of life. I know many men listening to these words will think, does it really work? I don't blame you, because John asked me the same question. But ask yourself this: if within just 3 weeks you could regain your strength, confidence, and masculine pride, why wouldn't you try? In today's video, I will share in detail the 3 most important vitamins for men over 60, how to use them correctly, safe dosages, and the deadly mistakes that I see most of my patients make. Stay until the very last second, because I firmly believe what you're about to hear can save 10 years of your health and lifespan. When I was a child, I watched my grandfather, a tall, strong man who woke up early every morning to jog around the park and always tended to his garden with his own hands. But I also saw him deteriorate within just a few years after turning 65. He started feeling tired, became forgetful, could no longer lift heavy objects, and worst of all, he became withdrawn, quiet, always sitting silently in a corner as if he had lost all will to live. Back then, I was just a little boy. I didn't understand how a man who was once so strong could become so frail. Later, when I became a doctor specializing in andrology and geriatrics, I finally understood. A man's body after 60 is like a machine that has been running for decades, beginning to deplete the essential micronutrients that fuel its energy, hormones, and brain. Throughout more than 25 years of practice, I have treated thousands of elderly male patients, from former soldiers, engineers, teachers, to retired businessmen. The greatest commonality among them is that they all long to live healthily, freely, and without depending on their children. They're not afraid of aging, they're only afraid of becoming a burden. And what pains me the most is seeing so many men come to me when it's already too late, with severe muscle loss, neurological disorders, declining memory, and almost no libido left. Meanwhile, just one small change, supplementing the right vitamins and minerals, could have prevented most of these problems. I remember a patient named Paul, 73 years old, who used to be a mechanic. When I first met him, he said, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm afraid of waking up every day and not being able to do anything. I can't even lift a small drill or change a light bulb in the house. I feel useless." Hearing that, my heart tightened, because I understand that for a man, the feeling of helplessness is not just about intimacy. It's also about not being able to do the simplest things that once made him proud. After a thorough examination, I discovered that Paul was severely deficient in vitamins D3, B12, and E, the trio of essential vitamins for men's health after 60. I began creating a nutrition and vitamin supplementation protocol with the correct dosages for him. After just 1 month, Paul returned to the clinic with a beaming smile. He proudly said, "Doctor, look at this," then raised his arm high and twisted his body swiftly. He said, "I changed the light bulb in the garage by myself yesterday. My wife kept smiling at me all day." His eyes were full of pride at that moment, as if he had regained a part of himself he thought he had lost forever. It is precisely these stories that keep reminding me to tell all my patients, you can grow old, but don't let your body become depleted, because as long as you maintain these three vitamins sufficiently, you will still be the strong, independent, and proud man in everyone's eyes. And that is why today I'm here to share this important message with you, because I don't want any man to go through the helpless days that my grandfather once endured. Throughout my many years of practice, the thing I hear most often from men over 60 is this: "Doctor, I'm old now. Taking vitamins won't change anything." They believe that fatigue, sluggishness, joint pain, or even loss of libido are inevitable parts of aging. But you know what? That is the most dangerous misconception I have ever heard. Because the truth is, our bodies were never meant to age painfully and helplessly like that. It is we who let it happen without doing anything. I want you to think back for a moment. When you were young, you could work 10 to 12 hours a day and still have the energy in the evening to lift your wife off the ground just to tease her. You could stay up late, wake up early without coffee, and lift a bag of cement or a 5-gallon water container without feeling heavy. So why now does just walking up the stairs leave you gasping for breath? Why do you wake up every morning feeling like your limbs are weighed down, your mind foggy, and just wanting to lie there for a few more hours? That is not because of age. It is because your body has been depleted of the vitamins and micronutrients essential to maintain energy, hormones, and muscle strength. Sadly, many people only realize this when it's too late. But I am here today to tell you this. If you supplement these three vitamins correctly every day, in just 2 to 3 weeks, you will feel a dramatic change. Your energy will increase, your steps will be lighter, your mind will be clearer, and best of all, your masculinity, your greatest pride, will return as strong as when you were 40 or 45. I am not promising you a miracle overnight. I never lie to my patients. But I can guarantee, based on my over 25 years of clinical experience, that taking the right vitamins will reverse most signs of aging decline. I have seen it happen with Paul, the 73-year-old mechanic who regained the strength in his arms after just 4 weeks. I have seen it with John, the 68-year-old PE teacher who regained his desire and confidence with his wife after just 3 weeks. And I have seen it in hundreds of other men who came into my clinic with weary eyes but left with a smile full of hope. You could be next. You don't have to endure feelings of helplessness, fatigue, and uselessness every day. You deserve to live strong, free, and independent, because that is the true way of living as a real man. And in the next part of this video, I will share with you in detail the 3 most important vitamins, how to take them properly, the safe dosages, and the precautions so you don't make any regrettable mistakes. Keep listening, because your health and your masculinity deserve to be protected until the very last second. The first vitamin I want you to pay special attention to is vitamin D3. This is a vitamin that over 80% of men over 60 in the US are deficient in without even knowing it. Vitamin D3 not only helps keep bones strong, but also directly participates in the production of testosterone, the male hormone that determines muscle strength, blood circulation capacity, and sexual performance. Without enough vitamin D3, you will always feel tired, your limbs will feel weak, you'll be more prone to falls, and especially intimacy with your wife will no longer be as it was before. I recommend supplementing about 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day, preferably taken in the morning after a meal containing healthy fats such as avocado, olive oil, or walnuts to increase absorption. The second vitamin is vitamin B12. This is the neurological vitamin that maintains normal brain function, enhances memory, focus, and reduces feelings of fatigue. I had a patient named William, 70 years old, who had to stop driving because he often felt dizzy and had slow reflexes. After testing, I found he was severely deficient in vitamin B12. After just 3 weeks of taking a 500 microgram daily dose, he came back to my clinic laughing loudly. "Doctor, I drove my wife shopping all morning and still felt great." You see, B12 not only keeps you sharp, but also gives you the sense of freedom and confidence to control everything in your life. Vitamin B12 is abundant in animal liver, salmon, and beef, but people over 60 often absorb it poorly from food, so I recommend taking a supplement daily. Finally, we cannot forget vitamin E, a vitamin known as the circulation elixir for men. Vitamin E has powerful antioxidant properties, protecting blood vessel walls from atherosclerosis, allowing blood to flow more easily to all organs, including the reproductive organs. Did you know a major U.S. study showed that men who supplemented enough vitamin E daily had a 40% lower rate of erectile dysfunction compared to those who were deficient? Vitamin E is found in almonds, sunflower seeds, and olive oil, but the therapeutic dose is usually 100 to 200 IU per day. However, you should never abuse high doses of vitamin E long-term because it can harm the heart. Always consult your doctor if using over 400 IU per day. You see, just these three small vitamins determine your entire quality of life, daily energy, and masculinity. Vitamin D3 keeps your bones strong and testosterone levels high. Vitamin B12 keeps your mind sharp, reflexes quick, and your body from feeling exhausted. Vitamin E protects blood vessels, enhances circulation, and restores your manhood. Don't let the silent deficiency rob you of your right to live freely, confidently, and with pride. In the next section, I will point out the deadly mistakes many of my patients have made when supplementing vitamins, and how you can avoid them to achieve the best results. The biggest mistake I see in most men over 60 when they start taking vitamins is buying and taking them on their own without knowing how much their body actually needs. I had a patient named George, 67 years old, who came to see me with a pale face, rapid heartbeat, and constant palpitations throughout the day. Upon examination, I discovered that he had been taking up to 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 every day for 3 months because he read online that the more the better. As a result, his blood calcium levels increased, causing arrhythmia and mild kidney failure. George was lucky to come in for a checkup in time, but not everyone is alert enough to realize the harm caused by such excessive doses. The second mistake many people make is taking vitamins without changing their diet and lifestyle. Vitamins are not magic pills if you still stay up late, eat a lot of sugar, drink alcohol, or remain sedentary all day. I always tell my patients, vitamins are the key, but the door to health only opens when you combine them with healthy eating, exercise, and adequate sleep. I once had a patient who took vitamin D3 regularly but never went outside or exercised. As a result, his testosterone levels did not improve because vitamin D3 needs to be combined with sunlight and physical activity to maximize its effects. The third mistake is buying vitamins of unknown origin, cheap ones online, or from unreliable stores. I know many of you think all vitamins are the same, but the truth is far from that. Last year, the FDA recalled dozens of imported vitamin E products because they contain impurities harmful to the liver. I don't want you to become a victim of those low-quality products. Always choose vitamins from reputable brands with clear quality testing, and it's best to consult your doctor or pharmacist before purchasing. Finally, another dangerous mistake is using vitamins without periodic blood tests. I always require my patients to get blood tests at least once or twice a year to know which vitamins their body is deficient in or has enough of. Some people take vitamin B12 supplements for 6 months, but when tested, their B12 levels were excessive, causing tingling in their hands and feet and difficulty sleeping. Others kept taking vitamin D3, but their blood D3 levels remain low because they had an absorption problem in their small intestine without realizing it. Regular blood testing not only keeps you safe, but also ensures that every vitamin you take each day actually brings the maximum value to your health. Remember, our goal is not just to live long, but to live healthy, strong, and confident every day. And to do that, you need to use vitamins as an intelligent medical tool, not as a gamble. In the final concluding part, I will summarize the most important points and share with you my last heartfelt message. From a doctor who always hopes you live a life worthy of pride until your very last breath. You know, when I was a child, my grandfather once told me something that I have always remembered. A strong man is not measured by the money he has or the compliments he receives, but by how he maintains his self-control, freedom, and dignity until the end of his life. But sadly, after the age of 70, I have seen too many men give up that dignity simply because of prolonged fatigue, weakening bodies, clouded minds, and fading intimacy with their wives. They believe that it is natural, that it is because of old age, and they resign themselves to spending the rest of their lives in silence. But do you know what? After more than 25 years of medical practice, I can tell you with certainty, it is not natural. It is the result of nutritional deficiencies, especially essential vitamins. Today, I have shared with you the 3 most important vitamins to restore the energy, strength, and vitality of men after 60. They are vitamin D3, the golden key for testosterone and bone strength. Vitamin B12, the nutrient that keeps your brain sharp, your reflexes quick, and your body full of vitality. And vitamin E, the protective shield for your blood vessels, ensuring blood flows smoothly to every organ, maintaining your masculine performance. 3 vitamins, 3 small steps each day, but they can open up a completely different life for you. Waking up lightly in the morning, walking steadily, having strong hands, a clear mind, and a heart full of joy alongside your life partner. Start today. Don't let your body wait another day. If you do, in just 2 to 3 weeks, you will see clear signs. You will no longer feel tired after sleep, no more dizziness when standing up. And when you walk into the kitchen in the morning, you will feel confident, agile, ready to prepare breakfast for your wife, just like you used to when you were young. I believe that it is precisely these small moments that make a man truly worthy of pride. If you find this video helpful, if you want to continue accompanying me to learn more ways to live healthily, strongly, and never become a burden to those you love, please subscribe to this channel, click the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future sharings. And if you know someone, a friend, a brother, or even your own father, who is tired, who is gradually losing his masculinity, please share this video with them. Because I believe the kindest thing a man can do is to help those around him become stronger and freer each day. Finally, I want to send you my deepest gratitude. Thank you for taking the time to listen to every word I've shared. Thank you for not giving up on the journey to maintain your health and dignity. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to do what I love most, helping men across America live lives of freedom, independence, and pride until their very last years. I am Dr. Authority. See you in the next videos. Wishing you always strength and peace.